Hey, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're new to tarot, just know that not every reading is going to resonate with you. So if you feel like I'm wrong or this just isn't your reading, please just disregard it. Never try to fit a reading. I'm going to pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, and Empress. Those cards describe a really specific personality but have nothing to do with the sex or gender of the person that we're describing. So if I pull the Queen, we could be talking about anyone. If I pull the Emperor, we could be talking about anyone. You'll know by the personality. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more readings. I do also offer a membership. If you want to check that out, you can just click join. See what's going on. Sagittarius. Okay, so we have Sacred Knife. Truth is my sacred knife. I cut away anything that is not in alignment with my values. As I sharpen truth, I become my highest ideal. And attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And grounded. Keep to your roots and stand taller than the trees. So the overall energy is the Three of Wands. Supporting, we have the Four of Pentacles, the King of Cups, Death, Scorpio energy. The Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck, the Four of Swords. I think that, like, you've been patient with a person for a long time, and I feel like what you've really been grasping onto, like what you've really been holding on to, is someone's potential to change. Like, I think this person is an adult, they're mature, they should be able to figure out their feelings, maybe be in a different space than they are here. And you feel like you're just tired of attempting to work with a person. I feel like every time you try to change things or you try to, like, get them to work with you on something, it's just, it doesn't work like that. I think there's a fight or an argument trying to get them to see something from your perspective. So I feel like now you've really stopped arguing and fighting. I feel like instead you just sort of like started avoiding these situations, there's too much effort put into fighting somebody over petty things. And I think that you've also stopped like expecting someone else to change and maybe decided that that's more your space. Where you need to change is how you react to how somebody else is living their life, It's kind of interesting though, because I feel like the changes that you wanted are more so happening when you react in a non-reactive way, you know? Like you could be seeing like this person genuinely tries more now when you are more like actively avoiding their bullshit, you know? Like if they don't, like if we can't talk about things, there's just no reason to even try, you know? Trying to not, I don't know, it's not like you're like walking on eggshells. You're just, I feel like, picking your battles with a person here. But I feel like there's a lot of self-reflection with this, and this is where it's different. A lot of people aren't really very capable of this with the self-awareness, where it's like, it's less about the actual things you do to like how they make me feel and how they make me react, or can make me react, because really I'm in control of it. Like, is it really worth the fight that we're going to have over something that's like nitpicky, or just like, you know, just like a dumb argument? Nothing gets accomplished with it, so what's the point in fighting? But actually, when you're more like reserved, like, and, you know, not so ready to attack, this person seems to be more enduring. Like they, you know, I just feel like they show up more when it's not such a fight. Yeah, I like this. It was like learning, like, you know, when you're attempting to communicate with a person, if they're not trying to hear you, it doesn't matter how loud you're screaming. They're not going to hear you anyway. You know, there's maturity to like understanding that. It's like, I said what I said though. I'm not going to sit here and like argue all day with you, but I said what I said. And somebody is starting to learn that, like, no joke, there's not going to be no petty disagreements and arguments. Like, yeah, dude, I just feel like it's like picking your battles. Is the fight worth it? Do I feel like having an argument with someone over the towel on the floor that results in 3 days of us not talking unless it's screaming at each other, is it worth it? And no, it's not, you know? So tell me about the King of Cups here. The Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the World. At the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles. It is interesting. I just feel like once you made this change, it's like this person, I guess, reacts differently to you now too. So it looks like both people are genuinely able to like kind of see it for themselves where they need to grow the fuck up a little bit, you know? It's like, it's just not worth fighting over really, really stupid shit. I just feel like somebody's been together for like a really long time, and it's like that. Like when you are first in a relationship, you know, you go through the little lovey-dovey stages, and that can last up to like, you know, a couple of years. And then there's the stages of just acute fighting. like you have to really question if this is even like your person. And then later in life, it's like, I'm tired of fighting with this bitch. They're obviously not going nowhere. There's just no reason for us to be fighting over stupid shit. I'm going to fight over the towel on the floor, and it's going to result in you storming off, and I still have to pick the fucking towel up and wash it. Like, there's no point. We're just too old for that shit now. This is when you start to enjoy the relationship. And I feel like you guys wouldn't giggle at the old shit that the two of you used to fight about. Kind of interesting. Yeah, I just, because I want us to show you the cards that are coming out here. The Empress, Libra, Taurus energy, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, Virgo energy, and the Moon. So most of this is more about, like, maybe at one period of time, like, seeing all the fault in someone else and then being able to, like I said, be super self-aware. Paying attention to your own shit. Which, I mean, I feel like that's what we usually do in those relationships where we're, like, fighting, is, like, deflecting our own shit, dismissing what we're doing, having those childish-ass fights over literal stupid stuff. And somebody's like, I don't care if they're 23, they're like, I'm just too old for this shit now. I like it. Okay, I'll see you guys.